Hey, I'm Chris Cooper, the founder of Two Brain Business. Every year, I love to bring together hundreds of gym owners from inside the Two Brain community and also outside to motivate them, inspire them, and give them actionable tactics that they can use to grow their gyms. It's a great chance for gym owners to get together and talk to their peers, feel some community and some support, but also just get fired up. And more often, people are bringing their teams. They're bringing their coaches, their admins, their CSM, doing some team building stuff around the Two Brain Summit and giving them their own inspiration, their own motivation to succeed. In fact, a lot of people who've been coming to Summit for the last couple of years say that the best thing that they do is bring their team, because when they go back home, their team is absolutely fired up. And the owner leaves with great tactics that they can use, but the team is also excited to implement, and they've got their own ideas to do too. It's awesome. It's the real catalyst for growth, and I even bring my own coaches to this too. Our history of speakers has included Jocko Willink, Seth Godin, Todd Herman, Risha Grant, Lisa Nichols. Amazing speakers, and this year I think is maybe our best lineup ever. So I'm super fired to share this with you. I'm going to tell you the speakers, I'm going to tell you their topics, I'm going to tell you what kind of value the summit is going to give to you, and hopefully encourage you to sign up, and we'll see you there. So we have two stages. The first stage is the owner's stage, and it's just for gym owners. The second stage is for coaches, and it's for gym staff. Now, sometimes people want to sneak out of one and join the other, and if you're the owner, you can definitely do that. But I want your staff to have their own source of inspiration and knowledge so that you don't have to teach them everything, and you don't have to always be the one who fires them up. We're going to do that for you. So first, we're going to start with a presentation by me on our theme, which is connection. This year, I'm going to keep it short. There are so many great speakers that I couldn't even carve out an hour speaking spot for myself. So I've got about 20 minutes to get you started on our theme, which is connect. From there, I'm going to introduce Jason Khalipa. Now, Jason and I have been talking to one another since 2016, at least about business, but we were introduced back in 2008. I'm going to share that story with you at the summit. Jason was one of the very first really successful CrossFit affiliates. And he went on to do a ton of gyms, like well over a dozen. He had his own NCFIT brand. Now he sells NCFIT programming. And through it all, he's had a lot of challenges that he's going to share with you. He's going to talk about his evolving model, how it used to be like really high volume, high number of clients. Now it's really high value clients and the right clients. And he's going to share all that with you. I don't want to spoil it. And then from there, Dan Martell is going to take the stage. Dan was my mentor when Two Brain was pretty new. We were about a year in when I met Dan, and he helped me grow Two Brain first up to $1 million mentorship practice and then to $2 million by sharing this concept called buy back your time. And he's just published a book on this finally, like 7 years later, and I bought 500 copies to give away at Summit. So when you show up, if you're one of the first 500 registrants, you'll get a copy of this book. Dan will take the stage, he'll talk you through it, he'll get you really inspired, and maybe you can catch him for a signing. Then on the owner's stage, Shawn is going to take the stage. Shawn is going to talk about the wealthy gym owner and their team. And he's talking to the gym owner about how to create a better platform for themselves so that their team can build on that platform and have more successful careers. Shawn is a true success story. He quit his teaching job to run his gym better, and then he joined Two Brain as a client. He really thrived as a client, and then he became a certified Two Brain mentor. He's thrived as a Two Brain mentor, and then he got into Tinkerface, and now he's thrived at making other people wealthy. And he's going to take the stage and talk you through all of that with the lens of how do you create better careers for your staff. Then Karl Solberg is going to take the stage and talk about connecting your goals with the players. A lot of us are really good at having a very clear mission in our mind and also hiring amazing people to work in our gym, but we're not great at connecting that mission or our vision with the people who are actually delivering it. I know this is certainly a huge gap for me. Karl's got this dialed in, and over the last couple of years, we've been having these conversations about it and how to activate your mission in the minds of your staff. Look, your staff are not signing up for this job because of the money, right? Just like you didn't open a gym because of the money. They're signing up because they believe in the mission, but they're not really always sure what that mission is or how it should play out. When they're aligned with exactly where you're going, that makes a lot of the other problems with staff moot. You don't have a retention problem with staff anymore. You don't have a motivation problem with staff anymore. People want to do the right thing. They want to work hard. They want to impress the clients. And building a client-centric business, really, you have to have this connection between the owner and the coach to do that, or else everybody's coming at it from these different angles and it doesn't work. So I'm really fired up for this presentation. Our third presenter on Saturday, or our fifth presenter, I guess, is John Franklin. And he's going to talk about how authentic content and sales work together. Now, this is really critical because in the past, you know, we've talked about sales, we've talked about marketing. Last year's presentation on the 4 marketing funnels by Karl O'Reilly was incredible. John's going to talk about that intersection. When John and I met, he was really marketing focused, ads focused. I was really content focused. And I can remember having this conversation with him where each of us really, you know, didn't see how our ideas merged. But over time, that friendship became a partnership. And now we understand how meaningful content is going to work with sales. And that's really helped grow TwoBrain into the largest mentorship practice in the world. But we're not here to tell you about how to grow TwoBrain. We're here to tell you how to grow your gym. And that is exactly what John's going to talk about. Now on Saturday, on the coaches stage, so all those speakers are just on the owner's side. That is a tremendous amount of value. Any one of these presentations is worth the cost of the summit, right? It's just such an amazing return on your investment in a ticket. But on the coaches side, while you're doing that, your coaches are going to be listening to Peter Brasovan, and he's going to talk about connecting powerful moments. One of the key ways that your coaches can help you with retention is to identify and highlight the special moments that your clients have. Peter's going to tell them exactly how to do that. Now, if you're in TwoBrain, you know what the client journey is all about. And if you're not in TwoBrain, but you've read some books on the customer journey or the 90-day year or anything like that, you'll have an inkling about what he's going to tell them. The key, though, is that Peter's going to get them fired up to do this work for you, and it's going to make them love their jobs even more. So I'm fired up to send my staff to that presentation, I'll tell you. They've been hearing me talk about the client journey in the first 90 days, and they get it, and they do the work, but Peter's going to get them really excited about it, and that's going to supercharge the special moments that your clients have in your gym. Then Yancey Culp from Spartan Deca is going to get on stage and talk about lighting a fire. Now, in past years, coaches have come to the summit and left really fired up, really motivated, and that, you know, just does so much for your gym when your coaches are excited. But Yancey is a spark plug. He is a catalyst. He's in charge of the Spartan Deca program, and I'll tell you, the founder of Spartan told me, when you get on the phone with Yancey, you're going to feel like you can run up a mountainside. And he was right. Yancey is such a catalyst for energy that you just can't help being excited after listening to him. I mean, he's like, he'll resuscitate somebody's passion if it's completely gone in the fitness industry. And if they're already excited, he'll take that from an 8 to an 11. This is the guy that you want getting your staff fired up. He's so motivational. After Yancey, Karl O'Reilly is going to take the stage and he's going to talk about why our clients don't listen and how to get them to start. One of the most frustrating things in the fitness industry that burns out a lot of coaches and owners is when it appears like the clients don't follow the rule, don't follow your lead, don't take your advice, don't listen. I get that. I've been a coach for 25 years and this to me was a massive source of burnout and frustration. Like, you're not doing what I tell you. How do you expect to get results? Well, Colum is going to tell them, your coaches, how to approach that problem, get your clients to listen, and actually get them better results because of it. Then Brian Strump, one of my favorite humans, is going to be on stage, and he's going to talk about having hard conversations with clients. Now, Brian is a very successful gym owner from North Carolina, and he has had, over the years, many of these tough conversations. He's built an amazing staff around him. You're going to get to meet some of them at Summit this year. But Brian's going to talk about how to make sure that you've got such a positive environment in your gym by having hard conversations with your clients, right? Getting them aligned again or getting them out. He's really good at both. He's tactful. He's a great communicator. You're going to love listening to this guy. in his Long Island accent. He has become so good at this. It's one of his key skills that's helped him grow his gym into what it is now. And you know, Brian is a very successful mentor at Two Brain. He's a very successful tinker. He's very successful with his family. He's got a great life balance. And a lot of this is because he nips problems in the bud in his gym. And I want your staff to be able to do that for you so that not every problem escalates to you. Okay? Then Jeff and Mickey Martin, another couple of my favorite humans, are going to be on stage talking about coaching youth. This is a common theme that I want to bring on stage every year at Summit because our youth are our legacy. Not only are these the future clients for your gym and the best athletes in your gym 3 years from now, but they're also a massive opportunity. And as most gym owners go, like, we don't prioritize our youth nearly enough. I'll give you an example. People who cater only to youth generally charge about 3 times for a monthly membership what we charge for youth programs in our gyms. That reframe is really important because it'll help you decide, like, what is the best thing to do for our gym and also for our youth. And if you leave Summit with one coach fired up about coaching youth or even building a teens program, the Summit will pay for itself 10 times over. Okay, just one. And Jeff and Mickey have been doing this forever. Great motivations, great incentives. They know how to build a successful kids program, and they're going to tell your coaches exactly how to do it. Now that's just Saturday, right? And Saturday, you can go out for dinner with your staff. You can do some team building. You can just relax if you want to. The Summit is in Rosemont this year. It's a beautiful area for kicking around, relaxing, getting a fantastic meal at a wide variety of restaurants, you know, playing Frisbee or doing yoga on the green, whatever you want to do Saturday night. On Sunday, on the owner's stage, Joleen Bingham is going to start us off by giving us a staff journey for growth and retention. So earlier I mentioned that, you know, we like to map out the client journey and plan that out in advance to make sure they get great results and stick around. But we need to do the same thing for staff. The economic climate is such right now that it's becoming harder and harder to find good staff. And so what you need to do is plot out the staff journey, show them the path to making this a really good career for themselves, and keeping them around in the industry. You know, when I started in this industry, the average length or lifespan of a personal trainer was about 2 years and 2 months. That was it. They did personal training, they burned off all their passion, and then they went out and got a real job. Successful gym owners are in a position to keep people in the industry for longer. And this is how we grow the industry, by making the gym owners successful, then making their staff successful, and then having that compound and compound and compound. And Joleen is going to give you a way to do that, a very clear tactical plan. Andrea Savard is going to talk about creating legendary leadership. I saw her speak on this topic at our Tinker meetup in Nashville. She's going to go deeper and give you actionable tools for leadership that you can actually use with your staff. The thing about leadership is it's like an inspiring, broad topic, but it's very hard to have actionable takeaways. I promise you, I saw Andrea deliver the shorter version of this talk, and it is extremely actionable. You will leave knowing exactly what to say, exactly what to do, and how to improve your leadership. It's a very, very rare speaker who can actually do that. Andrea is that speaker. Bonnie Skinner is going to talk about growing your entrepreneurial maturity. Now, Bonnie owns Level Up Coaching, and she works with successful CEOs on growing their entrepreneurial confidence, removing things like that are barriers to their growth that are all inside your head. I work with Bonnie, and she's been incremental, like so important at growing all of my businesses, because the biggest barrier in a lot of those cases was me. I would avoid hard confrontations. I would keep clients or staff around longer than I should. I didn't have the confidence to post the things that would actually grow. I wasn't inspiring people because I didn't want to put my foot out there. Bonnie helped me get through all of that, and removing those barriers is what's grown all of my business and my personal life. She is one of the most popular people in the Tinker group. She is a very sought-after speaker, and you are going to love her. Then Karen Hazelton's going to talk about building a simple goal review SOP. You know, I started doing goal reviews in Catalyst years ago. that has been taken and refined over and over and over. And Karen is really a master at delivering goal reviews at scale. Goal reviews are one of the most important things that a gym owner can do with their clients, but it's also one of the things that people are most likely to skip when they get busy. That means they're not doing this crazy important thing that will improve retention, improve ARM, and grow their business over time. And Karen is going to give you a simple, more actionable way to do that. She's the master. Taryn is going to talk about how to zero in on your focus every damn day. Now, over the last several years, the summit is now 7 years old. I've always had the closing keynote, and my job has always been to inspire action. This year, I asked Taryn to take my spot because she is better at this than I am. While I work on this all the time and I think I'm pretty good at it, Taryn is incredible. Taryn has grown from having kind of a struggling gym to a very successful gym. She's grown from being a brand new mentor to one of the most popular mentors in Two Brain. And then she actually grew a private mentorship practice on the side, which is massive. All of this while qualifying to the highest level basketball referee status in the world and competing in her first triathlon and buying Airbnbs. How does she do that? She gets all these different things done by being able to focus on one thing at a time, doing one specific thing. And this is what she teaches her clients. She's going to teach to you from the stage. On the coach's side on Sunday, you're right, there's more. I know, this is incredible already, the stuff that you're going to take away. Again, any one of these speakers on the owner's side will give you a positive ROI on your ticket investment. On the coach's side Sunday, Khalipa is going to lead us off, and he's going to talk about the pursuit of virtuosity in coaching, get your coaches fired up to be better, to give clients better one-on-one attention and improve your retention. This guy has been around and seen it all. And if you're not familiar with Jason Khalipa, look him up. He was on the CrossFit L1 staff for years. He was probably the first CrossFit affiliate to have like more than 10 gyms. And he used to go around and do these seminars for people. Now he's focused on developing coaches, and he's going to talk to your coaches and develop them for you. If you're not doing any coach development, this is the simplest investment you can make, bringing your coaches to Summit. If you are doing coach investment, this will be one of the best things that you do for them all year, okay? Let him train your coaches for you. Then Anastasia Bennett's going to take the stage, and she's going to talk about the perfect nutrition client avatar. There are very few people in the world who are doing a good recurring nutrition business. While we all know like we should be selling nutrition coaching in our gym, last year it accounted for only 4% of gross revenue on average in the gyms that were doing it. Anastasia is going to tell you how to build that up by identifying your best client avatar and then delivering to them. She has done this. She's extremely good at it. She's not trying to sell you anything. She's just helping your coaches build your nutrition business. And if they sell 2 more clients, I mean, that pays for you and 3 staff to come to Summit, right? Then Cynthia Foddy is going to come up and teach your coaches habits-based nutrition, stuff that they don't need like a certification to do, that they can just deliver without exposing you to risk and gets your clients results. So you're going to have this 1-2 punch of Anastasia identifying who should get nutrition and how to sell it to them, and then Cynthia on how to deliver nutrition coaching. We need more of this in gyms. The current options that are out there are just not working at improving sales and retention and nutrition in gyms. These two have done it. They're going to teach your staff how to do it. Then we're going to bring Brian Bott on the stage, and he's going to talk about semi-private training. Semi-private training bridges the gap between one-on-one personal training and group training like a class. It's an interesting concept that just never occurred to me. I had this personal training studio and then I opened a CrossFit gym, and had I known there was an option in the middle, I would have gone straight to that and been profitable way faster. Semi-private training is growing rapidly in popularity among personal trainers, but I think it's probably a more efficient way to scale. And a lot of gyms in our program who started out just class-based have now gone to semi-private. I'll paint you a quick picture. Let's say that you and me and 2 of our friends are training together at noon. But we're all doing slightly different programs, and there's a coach in the room with us that's going from person to person. So, hey Chris, let me give you a spot on that bench press. Hey Mike, elbows up on that front squat, okay? So you're getting coaching cues, but you're not doing the same thing at every time. like your program is tailored to you. You're not just kind of following along and doing this thing. That creates a higher value experience for the client. It creates higher ARM for the gym and a higher paid hour for that coach. This is kind of like the holy grail for a lot of people, and Brian Bott's going to tell you how to do that. He's going to tell you what it is, how to build it, and how to implement it, whether your gym is mostly class-based or you're a personal training studio or somewhere in between. Then we're going to bring all the coaches back and we're going to let them experience the magic of Terran Debril with you on how to zero in your focus every damn day. I wish there were two of me so that I could go back and forth and watch every single speaker, but I'm going to do the next best thing, and that is bring my staff to Summit. I am so fired up to experience these speakers, but more than that, I'm so fired up for you to experience them. When we do a summit, it's not lectures from a stage where by 2 o'clock you're tired, you're bored, you're not taking notes anymore. These are all workshops. So not only are you learning, but you're applying it. Every single speaker gets on the stage and gives you a worksheet and an activity that you're going to do with them to actually make your gym better. Yeah, you know, after 2 days, this is a lot of work and a lot of focus, but these speakers are entertaining, they're engaging, they've been there, they've got great stories, and you're going to leave with work already done. You're going to know what exactly you need to do on Monday, your staff's going to know what to do, and most important, you and them will be excited to own this gym business again. To keep the energy high, we've got a couple of extra things coming at Summit this year. Friday night, we're going to have a mixer where we bring all of the gym owners and their staff together just to meet everybody, a meet and greet, more social time. We're also going to have more vendors than ever before with a couple of really key, exciting ones that you're going to find super awesome. So the first, Rep Fitness is going to come. They're going to set up some equipment. And on Saturday and Sunday morning, Jason Khalipa is going to lead a big group workout following some of his NCFIT programming. You can sign up early, make sure that you book a spot for that. He's going to take 70 people each morning, and that's it. That is going to be an amazing experience, and I really want you to participate. Also, DECA is going to be there, and DECA is going to run us through some of their in-gym fitness challenges. I wasn't even aware of DECA last year, and now they have exploded on the scene to compete with High Rocks and other in-gym obstacle course races. These guys have an amazing setup. You can do most of this stuff with equipment that you already have, and this is crazy, it actually draws people in to do these challenges. So it can actually attract new clients. I know a lot of people make that claim, but with DECA, it's actually true. They give you this worldwide leaderboard, they send you awards that your clients can win, they do some of the marketing for you to bring in outsiders. But at Summit this year, Yancey and the team from DECA are going to run a couple of challenges that you can try out on your lunch break too. It's going to be a lot of fun. The only thing missing from our summits in years past has been workouts. And I can remember, you know, no matter where we were, the hotel gym was always just like crammed at 6 a.m. This year, we're going to make that a lot more fun. We're going to bring you together to do workouts with other people and try out some stuff too. There's no reason to not come to Summit. If your gym can't spare you for 3 or 4 days, then you've got to fix that problem. If your gym can't afford to send you and coaches, then come by yourself this year and bring your staff next year. But make sure you're there. You need to get the information, the tactical knowledge, the activities, the inspiration, but also the energy to go out there and fight for people's fitness for the next year. That's what the Summit is all about to me. I'm fired up just talking about it. I really hope to see you in person there.